What makes mild physical activities such as stretching, walking, or yoga help alleviate the pain caused by sitting for extended periods? Hello and welcome. Today, we're discussing a challenge that affects millions of people worldwide: the discomfort associated with prolonged sitting. Extended sitting periods during desk work, commutes, and leisure activities are now common elements of modern life. Daily sitting averages of 6 to 8 hours have been recorded for adults, while office employees frequently sit for more than 10 hours. Prolonged sitting isn't only uncomfortable, but it leads to multiple health problems, which include musculoskeletal issues, as well as decreased circulation and elevated risk for chronic illnesses. But there's good news. Gentle movement provides an effective countermeasure against these health problems. This session will teach you why exercises such as stretching, walking, and yoga successfully relieve discomfort from sitting and how you can add them to your daily schedule. Let's first understand what happens to your body during prolonged sitting. Prolonged sitting leads to tightness and shortening of certain muscles, including hip flexors, hamstrings, and chest muscles. As you sit for long periods, your glutes and upper back muscles stretch and weaken, which exercise physiologists refer to as muscular imbalances. Muscular imbalances result in poor posture, which displays rounded shoulders along with a forward head position and a pelvis tilted towards the front. These postural changes lead to tension patterns that develop into discomfort and pain over time. Circulatory effects. Prolonged sitting activity leads to a substantial decline in blood circulation throughout your body. The muscular pump process involves your muscles contracting and relaxing to help circulate blood through your body. During prolonged sitting, this pump becomes inactive. The result? Pooled blood in your lower extremities reduces tissue oxygen supply and slows metabolic waste removal. Extended periods of sitting produce the stiff and uncomfortable sensation you experience when standing after sitting for hours. Spinal compression. 3 natural curves in your spine play a crucial role in weight distribution and shock absorption. Sitting posture reduces spinal curves, which results in up to 40% higher pressure on intervertebral discs than when standing. The compression reduces nutrient delivery to spinal discs, which leads to increased back pain and stiffness. How gentle exercise counteracts sitting-related discomfort. Now, let's examine how gentle movement addresses these physiological changes. Stretching and yoga exercises work to restore muscle balance disrupted by sitting. Stretching tight hip flexors or chest muscles brings them back to their ideal length-tension balance. The phenomenon reciprocal inhibition allows a stretched muscle group to enable better activation of its opposing muscle group. A basic chest stretch not only extends the pectoralis muscles, but also activates upper back muscles to aid in recovering proper posture. This rebalancing decreases joint tension and relieves pain. Enhanced circulation. The simple act of gentle movement can greatly enhance blood flow throughout your entire body. When you walk, your calf muscles engage to function as powerful pumps that move blood back to your heart from your lower limbs. Improve circulation functions to transport essential oxygen and nutrients to deprived tissues and eliminates metabolic waste products, including lactic acid from the body. The reason people experience instant relief from standing up and walking briefly after sitting for long periods is found in physiological mechanisms. Studies show that short movement breaks enhance blood circulation by up to 15%, which continues to affect the body for about 45 minutes. Disc hydration and spinal health. Physical motion generates a pumping function that restores hydration to your spinal discs. The intervertebral discs depend on pressure changes caused by movement to absorb nutrients and eliminate waste through a process known as imbibition. By performing gentle movements such as spinal rotations and forward and backward bends, you activate the pumping mechanism. Research indicates that scheduled breaks for movement help to preserve disc height and alleviate the stiffness in the spine that results from extended periods of sitting. Joint lubrication. The synovial fluid within your joints functions to keep movement smooth by acting as a lubricant. The joint fluid requires movement to spread across the joint cavity. Extended periods of sitting cause synovial fluid distribution to become impaired, which leads to joint stiffness. Gentle movement, especially rhythmic activities like walking or flowing yoga sequences, helps distribute synovial fluid across joint surfaces, reducing friction and discomfort while improving joint nutrition. Psychological benefits of movement breaks. The benefits of gentle exercise extend well beyond the physical realm. Physical activity leads to endorphin release, which functions as natural painkillers and mood enhancers in your body. A short 5-minute gentle stretching session lowers cortisol production while boosting endorphin levels in your body. Taking walks outside amplifies these benefits because natural light exposure regulates your circadian rhythm and boosts serotonin production, which improves mood and decreases discomfort. Cognitive benefits. The University of California research demonstrated that short walking breaks resulted in approximately 13% better attention and working memory performance than uninterrupted sitting sessions. Cognitive enhancement happens when cerebral blood flow increases alongside brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, release, which promotes neural health. The cognitive benefits of movement breaks are responsible for your enhanced mental clarity and renewed focus following these breaks. Mind-body connection. Yoga and similar mindful movement practices merge physical exercises with purposeful breathing techniques alongside focused present moment awareness. The parasympathetic nervous system, which functions as your rest and digest system, gets activated through this combination, while it opposes the sympathetic nervous system's fight or flight response, which occurs during stress and discomfort. Research published in the Journal of Occupational Health in 2022 demonstrated that office workers who took mindful movement breaks experienced a 27% reduction in perceived pain compared with those who took standard movement-free breaks. Practical recommendations here are evidence-based strategies for incorporating gentle movement into your daily routine. Research demonstrates optimal discomfort reduction occurs when individuals perform a 30-second movement break for every half hour of sitting time. Use a timer or mobile app as a reminder to get up and stretch or move for a moment. Micro break options. You can perform desk-based stretches such as neck rolls, seated spinal twists, and overhead rolls, seated spinal twists, and overhead reaches without having to stand up from your desk. Standing activities. Perform calf raises while standing still, or do gentle side bends during phone calls or when reading. Longer movement sessions. Integrate 10 to 15-minute movement sessions into your schedule alongside micro breaks. A simple routine might include: spend 5 minutes walking either inside or outside, followed by 5 minutes of stretching for tight regions like hips and shoulders, and finish with 5 minutes of strengthening exercises for weak areas such as glutes and upper back. Consider using a sit-stand desk if available. Designate an area specifically for short stretching activities. Conclusion: prolonged sitting does not align with how the human body was naturally designed to function. Learning about both physical and mental effects of continuous sitting helps us see gentle movement as an effective solution. Short movement breaks that occur consistently throughout the day deliver better results than longer exercise sessions that happen less frequently. The integration of these research-based approaches into everyday life leads to less discomfort and increases both your well-being and productivity. The next time you feel that familiar stiffness setting in after sitting too long, remember, your body is simply asking for movement. Physical activity at its most basic level brings about significant improvements to your physical and mental states. Thank you for your attention today. Stand up right now for your first movement break because your body will show its appreciation